Today's topic is...
Talking of feeding you in the algorithm.
Wow, here we go.
Here we go.
What's the topic?
Food.
Okay.
Do you like food?
Do I like food? It keeps me alive. Do you know actually some people say that like they don't like food, like that statement? Like I love food. I grew up in a family. I grew up in restaurants. Yeah, now that second coffee's hit. I grew up in restaurants. I eat food, not to live, to live. Do you know what I mean? I don't eat food to live. I eat food to live.
It's like how you say things is really important.
No.
Yes.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am.
I eat food to live.
It's all in your
it's exactly
delivery.
what I'm saying, what you're saying. You're correct. We haven't had a fight this season yet.
Bring it. Welcome to Left on Weddit.
Adam here.
And Georgia over here.
We've done everything to plan your wedding and now it's time to hear about them.
We have left out nothing, and now we dive into the deep, dark world of Reddit threads.
We've got your horror stories, wedding dramas, and everything in between.
We've rebranded ourselves as experts.
Welcome
To Left on Weddit. Am I the asshole?
No, I'm starting.
What?
I've got many.
You're not allowed. Scissors, paper, rock. This is a fun way to decide on your vows. Are you ready? Scissors, paper, rock.
Haha, I win. Okay. Am I the arsehole for refusing to label my wedding cake as vegan because a guest felt tricked?
Oh.
A guest felt tricked from vegan
Is this
wedding
a
cake.
Halloween wedding? Trick or treat.
I'm going to keep reading. My husband, a 32-year-old male, and I...
Does it say 32?
No, it says 30. Yes, I just read between the lines. Jesus, a 30-year-old female had a vegan wedding because we're both vegan. We made it clear in advance that the food and cake would be plant-based and no one complained until the reception. The cake was gorgeous. 3 tiers decorated with edible flowers. Towards the end of the night, one of my husband's aunts, Linda, came up to me. It's always an auntie. Came up to me looking visibly upset.
Did you go to WhatsApp?
Tears in my eyes, yeah. She said it was...
Say that?
No.
Oh.
She said it was disrespectful to have a vegan cake on display because it felt like I was pushing my lifestyle.
How did she
on
know that
everyone.
it was vegan?
I told her the cake wasn't meant to make a statement. It was just the dessert we chose for our wedding. She insisted I either move the cake off the main table or add a sign saying it was vegan so people weren't
Yeah, I'll just quickly go
tricked
grab my
into
pen and
eating
paper,
it.
Auntie Susan.
I refused because 1, it was my wedding. 2, it's a cake, not propaganda. And 3, no one else seemed to care. Linda ended up storming out, and now my in-laws are saying I should have compromised to avoid drama. I think Linda's reaction was ridiculous, but my husband thinks I could have just put up a sign to keep the peace. Am I the asshole?
And then what? Provide another option of $1 million cake there that's non-vegan. Oh, there's so many layers to this cake story.
Oh my God, well done. I think that this is, but I think it's so clear cut as well. For the record, she says at the start of the story that they had made it clear in advance that all the food and the cake were going to be plant-based. So that's obviously how she didn't read it. And then someone's like, did you know the cake's vegan? And she's like, they are pushing their alternative lifestyle on me. Can you imagine walking out to the bride during a wedding and complaining about something?
The
Mate,
audacity.
Just don't eat the wedding cake if you don't like it.
I have
What
so
the
many
hell?
thoughts.
Why do you need butter in your cake? It tastes just as good without.
And that was my question. Can you taste the difference between a...
Nah. I had a couple who were vegan last week, funnily enough, had a vegan wedding cake. It was better than a non-vegan wedding cake. It was deliciously moist.
I also think when you ask for the vegan meal as a vendor, it's often a bit better.
Yes and no.
Oh!
Yes and no. I was actually with Dane Salty Shutter last
Yes.
night. He's a veggie.
Yes!
And he said it's 50-50 because sometimes they'll just throw
salad.
Yeah, it all together.
And the roast veggies.
Hold on. Yeah, it's 50-50. Sometimes it will be like, yeah, they just throw the salads together and give you a plate of crap. But then, yes, you're right. Sometimes it's like they put extra effort into that to make it really delicious and yummy. And it's a small batch of food. And why is there a Dragon Ball Z on my iPad right now?
Your wedding last week had really good food.
My wedding,
The wedding that you went to last week had vegan food and you said it was really good.
No, not the whole wedding was vegan, just the cake. Bride was vegan, so she got a vegan meal, but they did do meats and stuff.
And did they offer another alternative for non-vegan guests?
For the dessert?
Yes.
No. It was a vegan wedding cake and that was it. Which I think is totally fine. For the record, this couple are both vegan. So why would they want meat there? That's like, it's their wedding. They can do what they want. They've made it clear from the outset that it's going to be a plant-based wedding, and they've served this delicious cake. And what's her name?
Linda
doesn't like it. No, Linda. And my favorite line in this, by the way, is "It's a cake, not propaganda." It's always the auntie.
Here's my message to Linda. It's not your wedding. It's not your cake. So just don't say anything.
You know what Linda is like, by the way.
Yes.
You know who she is.
I met her last night.
She said she's pushing my lifestyle on everyone. Oh my goodness, Linda. The verdict was, no surprises here, not the arsehole.
I heard a recent strategy for teaching children recently where if they can't change something in 20 seconds, don't say it. So if that couple can't change the cake in 20 seconds, don't say it. It's like me saying, could you fix that bit of your hair?
Should I?
You could change that, but it's
I
not
don't
me
want
saying,
to.
you are awful and I hate your personality.
Okay.
You can't change that.
Sounds like you did just say that to me, though.
But that was an example.
Sure.
You can't.
It was fueled with a lot of hate that seemed real.
I brought the theatrics.
Yeah,
It's how you say things.
Grounded in reality as well.
Sorry.
The best
I didn't
actors
mean it.
remember their own grandmas dying so they can cry when the dog dies in the movie.
Is that what they do?
Okay, top comment is, not the asshole. The whole thing was vegan. It was your wedding, your choice. I wouldn't feel tricked by eating a vegan cake at all. She has some issues. Let her see them, be upset. Putting up a sign would have rewarded her bad, entitled behaviour. You had no reason to do it. Perfectly said.
I tell you what's not
Very
vegan.
entitled. Meat. Cow meat. Cattle.
Fast food. Which brings me to my next story.
Surely they have plant-based burgers at...
We'll find out in this wedding. Are you ready? Am I the asshole for bringing fast food to my friend's wedding?
Am I? Yes.
Oh, what about late night cheeseburgers?
Oh,
if
okay,
the couple
maybe.
bring it.
I think I will bring it
Or
fine.
if it's like, hey, I'm shouting everyone cheeseburgers as a late night snack. That's a pretty nice gift at 10 o'clock.
Only if it's then and there's no other food. But if you're bringing it in pre-dinner because you're hungry, which I'm assuming this is going to be,
Well,
then
let's
yes,
find out.
I reckon, yeah, you can't do this. Oh my God, people are so entitled. I hate this person so much. What's their name? Linda. This is Linda. This is Aunt Linda. Because she didn't want the vegan cake. She got churros delivered.
Can you look through our followers and make sure we don't have a Linda in there? We're so sorry.
I have a friend named Linda.
Oh. A couple of weeks ago, my friend got married. Her husband's family is rich. So they had a huge and very formal wedding, complete with a stunning 4-course meal. She posted the food menu in advance. And I found out very quickly that I didn't like many of the meals.
Nah, in the bin. See you later.
Her family loves seafood. So she had things like baked scallops, lobster tail, crab cakes, etc. All seafood options. There's a problem with that. Now, this might sound heavenly to some people, not to me.
Fair.
But I really dislike seafood. Am I writing this? No, I didn't. And the vegetarian alternatives didn't sound much better. So I asked my friend if I could just bring my own food. I secretly do bring snacks in my car in case I'm still hungry after the
That's
wedding.
fine.
I think that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
She said, yes. Nice. How good. What a good friend. That's nice. At the dinner reception after the wedding, I ordered some burgers from a popular fast food chain to be delivered. Not going to say which one, but there's only a few that you could really guess. Anyhow, that's had the audacity. Are you ready? As I was eating my food.
Oh my God.
I know I probably looked weird eating a fast food hamburger while everyone else ate scallops and stuff, but just felt like I was being majorly judged.
Yeah.
My friend, the bride, also gave me that weird side eye at some point. Can you demonstrate what this weird side eye might look like? Oh. After the dinner portion was over and people started dancing, socialising more, one of the bridesmaids told me that it would have been more proper, in inverted brackets, to eat something that, in inverted commas I should say, that didn't draw so much attention. So I guess she was referring to the paperback and drink I
She got a drink. Yeah, she got a grimace shake.
Since it did kind of stand out.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. But I don't know. I guess the comment just got me thinking, am I the asshole here, Reddit?
Okay. I have some thoughts on this one.
Good, because there's an edit. So share your thoughts.
Okay. She did the right thing at the start, right? She asked the bride, I get, and you referred to this, you don't like seafood, maybe you're a picky eater, that's totally fine, I get that. She looked at the menu, I'm probably not going to eat anything. Can I order my own food? The bride's like, yes, sweet. Great communication.
That was really nice.
Then they order Macca's to a wedding reception where everyone is eating scallops and lobster tails, and she sits there with her grimace shake and 10 pack of nuggets and sweet and sour sauce on the table. You are right. You probably need to eat that outside.
I did that once as a guest.
At the table?
No. I was 19 weeks pregnant. One of my very first weddings. I did it for free. I was struggling.
Yeah.
Done the ceremony. It was a canapé style reception.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. I need something substantial.
So did you eat it inside?
No, I left.
Yeah.
Ate it in the car.
Yeah.
And then I returned.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
It was.
Yeah. I think the problem is that she ate the drink. The drink is just so good.
That was so funny. And the bag.
She brought the bag in. Oh my God. And she's like sitting at the table with a cheeseburger like, why is everyone looking at me funny? A plastic straw. There's like this beautiful bar with like lovely
Imagine
drinks.
if she sat there and like took the pickle
Unwrapping
out.
the paper. Yeah. Puts the pickle on her partner's plate near his scallops and lobster tail. You can eat that.
Oh my God.
Why is everyone looking at me funny?
Oh,
I need to hear the edit.
Okay.
She is the asshole for the record.
So I get it. I'm the asshole.
Yeah, good.
I need to apologize to my friend and reevaluate my relationship with food.
Oh, wow.
But damn, is it the am I the asshole norm these days to receive death threats in your direct messages box?
Wow.
Ugh. Some of you guys really need to go to therapy if you're getting so worked up over my post and telling people, won't finish the rest.
Awful things.
Go and eat some burgers.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. This is a funny little story and people on the internet are awful people.
They are.
Yeah, sounds like look at her. She's reading. A lot of the time on these Reddit stories, people don't see through the lines like, good on her. She's going to change her lifestyle. I also think it's fine to be a picky eater. You don't really need to change. You just need to change the way you go about it. I've got a funny story. Do you know Bill Granger, the famous chef, who has tragically since passed away actually? Wrote a whole lot of cookbooks, famous Australian. He has restaurants in Sydney called Bill's.
I so want to use the yes and strategy that we know and love from drama
If you
school.
don't know him, it's fine. I've told you who he is. He was a famous chef, right? Was on MasterChef, did appearances and all that sort of thing. One of my mum's friends was really good friends with him.
Can you say hello to your mum because she listens to the podcast?
Hello, Mum. She pretends to. Mum, call me right now if you're listening. Oh, you didn't call. She's going to call me now. Like, I do listen to your podcast. She says that every time I say on the podcast, she doesn't listen. Anyway, and I go out to lunch with her and Bill Granger and my friend, who's there as well. And they're all having like this beautiful like lobster tails and stuff. And we go out and get Macca's in front of Bill Granger and bring it into the Yum Cha restaurant and eat it. And I was an awful person when I was a child. I was like 10, by the way. I'm not this Redditor. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
I am.
Please feed your bridal party, especially if you're asking them to help set up and tear down.
Pack down?
I think
Bump
she
in,
means
bump
pack
out.
down. But
I'm so
especially if I'm
hungry.
tearing down the reception.
I'm going to eat these curtains.
Friend asked me to be in her bridal party. I said yes, because we've been friends since high school. This is the only time I've ever regretted being in a bridal party before. About a month out, she texts the GC asking for help. Girl, the GC, the Gold Coast. About a month out, she texts the GC. The group chat. Oh my God, we're old. The group chat about asking for help. Join us on the new season of Left on Wed, where two millennials try and understand internet language. Jesus.
At least you got it. I offered nothing.
The group chat. asking for help with setup and tear down. She said it twice now.
What
She
a
means
savage.
It's a budget wedding, super DIY. Pretty much everyone says yes because we love the bride and the groom. I get there around 10:30 in the AM. Had some fruit for breakfast. For the record, the groom also helped with setup and they both helped with tear down. Sister-in-law and I left the reception venue around 1 to head to the ceremony site to get ready. Ceremony starts at 3 and we still all need to do hair and makeup.
Whoa.
After the ceremony, where the groom's brother gets super dizzy and had to sit down, I assume he also didn't eat enough because he was at the reception venue longer than us. We decided to do a McDonald's run on the way back to the reception venue. It's 5 p.m. at this point and dinner isn't starting until 6:45. It's literally could have been a homemade sandwich, just something to tide us over till dinner.
Who? The bride is the asshole?
She is saying this original poster, OP, that yes, the bride should have fed the bridal party.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda is what I like to say. And maybe that would have been a really nice gesture to be able to think of the bridal party, especially if they were lending favors and doing help. But also if you're hungry, like I am, I know I'm going to go and eat.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, Adam, you made me come here at 7 a.m. because you said you were going to be here at 7. I expect you to feed me.
I see nothing wrong with this because she's like, I've gone to get food in between. She didn't bring it and sit at the table and slurp on a grimace shake.
God.
She's like, I'm going to go feed some people. I'm helping out. And it seems like her friend wasn't quite a fan of this. And it seems like, yeah. By the way, like she's like a bit of tension there. At the start, she says, friend asked me to be in a bridal party. I said yes because we've been friends since high school. This is the only time I've regretted being
no
in a
need for the
bridal
word
party before.
because.
Yeah. It already seems like there's tension from the start. And then she's like, she didn't feed us. So I had to go buy my own McDonald's. The verdict on this particular Reddit was tacky, saying that she was tacky for going to get the McDonald's. The top comment, though, which is kind of right, seriously, they could have bought one of those Costco sandwich platters and a couple of big bags of chips or something. Good grief. Again, I don't see why there's any tension in this. She was hungry. She went and got food. It was a DIY wedding. The bride was worried about everything else. Oh, my God, get over yourself. Can you imagine going to post this on Reddit? You got an issue.
It's like you don't have friends to talk to.
Well, sounds like she doesn't have anymore.
Anyway, we've been able to make a whole podcast season about people not having friends and posting on the internet instead. So it's great.
People on the internet are crazy, can I just say?
I know. Some people on other podcasts are crazy too. You've really started quite a beef.
Two Monty's podcast, is that who we're talking about?
Did you have
Absolute
some laundry you need to air?
Yeah. You want me to say something mean to them, but I won't because I love the Two Monty's so much.
That's really nice. Me too.
Bunch of put that out there in the universe. I think that the moral of this story is food is nourishing for the soul. It's nourishing for the heart. It's nourishing for the brain. Where do I start? Food is good. Food is great. Feed me or I will go insane.
Please, sir. Can I have some more?
I was in Oliver. Who are you? Oliver.
Guess.
You were Fagin.
No. Who are you?
I was. I had one scene. I was the doctor who looked after Oliver in the second act.
Oh.
And he said, "Will you have the goodness?" And he drank scotch. Who are you?
Bill Sykes.
Damn.
Did I get a bigger role than you?
I had one scene.
I had a whole song.
What's the song?
I couldn't tell you now. I was so nervous
What song
about
does Bill
it.
Sykes sing?
I'm not sure.
Who's Fagin?
Is that
Which one's Bill Sykes?
It's the evil guy.
Oh,
I had a
Bill Sykes.
I had a beard.
And Fagin's like, yeah, they're friends, aren't they? Wait, we should Google the story of Oliver. All I know is he wants food.
Which has been a really great topic for this episode.
Far out. I'm walking out of that. Let's go get some Maccas or something.
Thanks for listening.
God, we're so happy that you listen. And if you want to see a little bit more, make sure you follow us on our socials.
We have TikTok and Instagram, and you can find us at Left on Wed Podcast.
And if you want a little bit more from just us, you can follow Georgia at Georgia Fletcher Weddings.
And follow Adam at Married by Adam.
Oh my goodness, we're everywhere. And if you love it, rate, review, subscribe, whatever all the cool kids do it for us because we love you more than you love us. Validate us. We, Adam and Georgia, would like to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Guringai people, on which we're recording today.
We pay our respects to their elders past and present, and we recognise their ongoing connection to the land, sea and community.
As we share our stories of love and connection, we honour the oldest continuous culture in the world.
And we celebrate the storytelling traditions that have been passed down through the generations.
It is such a privilege to create on this country, and we are so grateful to be here today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.